So this is my video on 13.4 initiatives and strategies for increasing participation. So the first scenario. John, aged 13, lives in Hastings. Relatively low socio-economic background. Doesn't really enjoy school, team sports, loves wakeboarding, went once on holiday with his family, can't afford annual holidays, but hasn't been able to afford it at home. So the barriers and culture differences from this scenario. So there's money as a barrier, location, age, facilities and peer support. So one barrier for John is that he doesn't have enough money to buy the equipment he needs, such as a board and hiring a boat. So this will stop him because he isn't able to actually participate because he hasn't got the equipment. Also, the location he lives in may not have the facilities he needs to be able to participate in the activity of what he wants to do, such as a dock, or they don't have the correct area to do this. Another barrier is that his age may affect him. Will be able to do this because of health and safety. He may need to be a certain height and a certain age to be able to do it. Another factor stopping him from participating in wakeboarding is that he may not get the peer support from his family or friends. This may affect his confidence, and if he got the chance to do it, and if he had the support from his friends and family, he may want to do it more and actually get the chance. So how could Sportivate help him? Sportivate may be able to help John by either setting up a wakeboarding club down the beach in Hastings where he lives, but they would have to apply for funding and they might not get it. Or they could recommend him to an area where Sportivate already run a wakeboarding area and he can go to that and they will charge him low amounts of money to be able to do this for some amount of time. So what Sportivate are? So they're designed to keep kids interested in sport and exercise. They try to increase mass participation by doing 6 to 8 week sessions which have 1 to 2 hour sessions of coaching of any sport that you want. The costs are either free or a very low cost of £1 to £2. So this will help people that have a low money income and aren't able to actually pay for expensive sports. They link with the youth offenders, unemployed and the NHS, so this gets them more known within the areas they do their work and helps them get more kids involved. And so they have 400,000 people in England doing this Sportivate and doing the courses, and 14,000 in Sussex. So as they can see, they are increasing mass participation in sports for young kids. So, the potential benefits and limitations. So, the benefit is that they increase mass participation in sport. There's low cost or no cost at all, so it's easy for people to get into it. And that links to other companies so they get more known. But the limitations are that it runs for a limited amount of time. So if a player, one of the people they're coaching wants to do it for a longer period of time, they have to go to an actual club where it costs a lot more, and if they don't have the money they won't be able to do this. Also, they don't know if these kids are staying on the program, and there's no way of them tracking them. They can't retrieve any questionnaires or show where they're going. So the second star of Project 500. Louise is a talented footballer. She has completed her CSL and loves coaching others. Her male PE teacher doesn't encourage her to coach the younger male or female school teams and gives her the role to the boys in his team. So barriers and cultural. She has no coaching opportunity, no opportunity to coach. Her gender could be a problem, limited to what she can coach, and there's few female players. So a barrier for Louise is that she isn't given the chance to be able to coach in her school, to show that she is able to coach just as good as they are. This may stop her from wanting to coach anyone, as she may think that she isn't a good enough coach to coach anyone. Another barrier is that there may not be many female players for her to coach, as the boys don't want to be coached by her, and there isn't enough girls for her to coach on her own. Another barrier is that she is limited to what she can coach others, as she can only coach football. So if they are doing a cricket lesson, she may not know how to do this because she doesn't have the skills, and it won't be able to go right for her. So Project 500 may be able to help by getting her coaching other sports, such as rugby or tennis, more commonly played sports. This will get her coaching tennis. This will get her teacher to understand that she can coach more than just football and give her a good understanding in different sports. Also, they may be able to get a coaching placement at a club, so she can start coaching younger kids to get some coaching experience. So, Project 500. So the aims of Project 500 are to change the imbalance of female and male coaches by training them, developing the skills of their training. So they have got so far 500 female, they want 500 female coaches. So the research from Sports Coach UK shows that just 30% of female coaches are sports coaches, and of the newly trained coaches each year, only 17% are women. So as we can see, there's a slight problem because there's a lot more male coaches than female. So Project 500 wants to balance this out. So potential benefits and limitations. The benefits to this are they are getting new female coaches across England, which will increase the amount of people that they can be coached. Also, this will increase the amount of women that are doing sport, therefore increasing mass participation. Also, participating in the training of being a coach is at a low cost and making it easier for people to be able to participate in being a coach and being able to coach others. A limitation to this is that they aren't able to track the people they have trained, whether they are staying as a coach or not. So this can be a problem because they're not actually seeing if the women that they've coached are going to be as coaches. So that's the third scenario, school sports games. Sarah has a mobility impairment. She does not participate with her PE class lessons as much as she like. She's determined and competitive by nature, but is unable to compete in school's netball team. So her barriers in culture. A big barrier for Sarah that she has a mobility impairment, which limits her to what she is able to do and what sport she can do. She won't be able to take part in the game's activities as she may be in a wheelchair, which limits her to how she will be able to participate in the games such as netball, which she really likes. Everyone else will be running and she won't pass to her, which making it harder for her to play. This will therefore affect her confidence, because she thinks she isn't good enough to play and she isn't wanted. Another barrier is that they may not have the specialised equipment needed for her, such as a specialised wheelchair to help her balance in the chair. Also, they may not have the facilities to be able to give her the chance to be able to play for the teams. So school sports games may be able to help by running events for people or like her with a mobility impairment, so that she won't feel like she's the only one that has it. Also then, they can all have a fair competition, which Sarah really likes to compete. Also, they could supply her with the equipment needed to be able to play netball, such as a wheelchair. This would boost her confidence and make her feel happy as a person and wanted. So what is the school sports games? The school sports games are designed to keep getting young kids into competition at a young age, and is run throughout many schools in the UK. So, it is split into 3 levels. Intro level 1, which is the primary schools, intro level 2, which is the secondary schools, and intro level 2 and 3, which are more competitive sports. So, level 1. Most young people's first experience with this, through intra-school teams and PE lessons. Schools get young people into competition at a young age. This level of competition will build on a school's existing work to offer a lot more pupils a year program of regular training, regular sports competitive play. They have a large selection of sports they are able to play, so there is no reason why a lot of kids won't be able to play, because there's any sport they can play. So level 2. This is for people aged 3 to 13. At this stage, individuals and teams will be selected, and they will be chosen to represent schools into competition. So schools are a lot more flexible here with what they play. So they may not play as many sports, but there will be more competitive sports going on. So with level 3, so each county will run a multi-sport event, as it will happen every year, all round, and these schools will come together and compete against each other. This is more of a team and also an individual based sports, because it's a lot higher competitive level and it's harder. And people succeeding at this level will be encouraged to develop their enjoyment and may have shown a talent in the sport, and they will be shown pathways through the sport and given advice on how to do it. So the benefits and limitations. There is a lot of competition, which is a benefit because it's showing kids at a young age that what competition is going to be like, and shows them this, and can increase confidence, because if they are winning, and this is increasing their confidence because they know that they can do it, and shows that they are actually able to do the sport. Also, it gets the kids very involved, so they're not being left out, shown what to do, and they're not playing at all. And also that there's a large variety of sports. So a limitation, it can decrease confidence as well as increase. It can decrease it because if the kids are losing, this may want them to stop playing and affect them playing. And also there's only competitive play, which suggests that it might affect mass participation, because a lot of kids aren't wanting to actually play the sport, they're only wanting to train, but they're only getting competitive play. So this has been my video on 30.4 initiative strategies.